This is the Eat, Drink, Fun Beverage Study Podcast. I'm Chris Miller. This episode is about Albariño. Albariño is an aromatic, generally light-bodied, fresh white wine with mouth-watering acidity. Albariño is an indigenous white grape variety from Galicia in northwest Spain, as well as northwest Portugal's Vinho Verde region. It primarily delivers crisp citrus stone fruit and light floral flavors with a saline edge. It's sometimes oak matured and aged, but for examination purposes, it should be fresh and unoaked. The tell for Albariño is generally salinity and warm tropical fruits. Expect a young phenolic wine for blind tasting. Aged Albariño with extended lees contact is not the typical wine for blind tasting. Parents are undetermined. Genetic testing suggests a close relationship to Loriero and possible parentage with Caíno Blanco. The origin is native to Portugal and Galicia in Spain. Previously thought to be brought to Iberia by the Cluny monks in the 12th century. Pseudonyms include Albarina, Alvarin Blanco, Alvarinha, Alvarinho, Azal Blanco, Galego, Galaguinho, and Caínho Branco in Portugal. The name is derived from the Latin albo or albus, meaning white or whitish. Production. In Spain, in Rías Baixas, it's 5.5 thousand hectares. In Portugal, in Vinho Verde, it's 2.3 thousand hectares. And it's also produced in smaller amounts in California, Oregon, Washington State, New Zealand, and Uruguay. Viticulture. Albariño has thick skins, which helps it withstand the damp, humid, maritime climate of Rías Baixas and northwest Portugal. In Portugal, vines are often trained on pergolas, but in Spain, vines are usually wire-trained. Preferred soils: sand and alluvial topsoils with stony subsoil. Granite is desirable. Blending partners. Usually, Albariño is presented as a single varietal, but it can be blended with Loriero, Crejadura, and Caíno. Appearance. It's pale straw with flecks of green, medium minus concentration. Young wines may contain a little residual CO2, so look for little bubbles. Aromas. Apple, hawthorn, linden, and honey primarily. The aroma intensity is medium plus. For fruit, look for ripe citrus, specifically orange rind, Meyer lemon, and ruby red grapefruit. Stone fruit, specifically and most importantly, peach and apricot. You may also get some nectarine. Tree fruit, you may get green apple and honeydew melon. Fruit character is ripe. For floral components, look for white and yellow flowers. That's like orange or apple blossoms. Expect high terpenes or florals on a blind tasting. That's floral notes, citrus, and spicy notes. Other aromas include saline primarily, but possibly you might also encounter bubblegum or agave. If it's oaked, you may get a slight beer yeast or leesy notes and possible creaminess from malolactic fermentation. For inorganic or earth or mineral, it's got medium plus minerality, think crushed rocks. For structure, sweetness is dry, acidity is medium plus, alcohol is medium plus to high, 11.5 to 12.5% normally. The body is medium, and there is some phenolic bitterness on the finish. For service, a standard white wine glass is appropriate. Serve it ice cold, that's 4 to 7 degrees Celsius or 38 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. No need to decant. Cellar 1 to 5 years. Normally, Albariño is enjoyed young. Top producers include Pazo de Señorans, Gerardo Méndez do Ferreiro, and Atis, Embajador. Distinctions. Albariño is a member of the so-called Bermuda Triangle when it comes to blind tasting. Those include Albariño, Gruner Veltliner, and Pinot Grigio. All three grapes are usually made without new oak and in stainless steel. Therefore, they have elevated acidity and moderate to elevated alcohol. They also present some phenolic bitterness due to the brief maceration with the skins. For blind tasting purposes, a classical expression of Albariño should present that definitive floral character. These are the terpenes. Also consider orange rind and tropical fruits. It's best to select a blend of Albariño picked from multiple locations across Rías Baixas. Gruner Veltliner leads with a peppercorn aroma. This is sesquiterpene rotundum, also found in Syrah. That's that peppery thing. A richer, more alcoholic Gruner Veltliner like Smaragd from the Wachau may present honey and ginger from Botrytis. You should not be seeing that in your Albariño. Gruner will have more grapefruit aromas than Albariño, and those grapefruit aromas come from thiols. Pinot Grigio is less floral than Albariño. Melon aromas are more typical in Pinot Grigio versus the peach, tropical, and orange citrus freshness in Albariño. Pinot Grigio on a blind tasting exam should not be overly aromatic. The focus should be on the richer texture than Albariño. As to vintages, there are none to recommend because Albariño is typically best enjoyed young, within a few years of the vintage, as they express the vibrant fruitiness and refreshing acidity at that point. Now that being said, some Albariños in particularly awesome vintages, they can be aged, but still we're not talking exceptionally long, maybe a decade. Pairings, typically ceviche, seafood risotto, and grilled or fried fish. Oysters, mushrooms, clams, grilled artichokes, herb pesto, fried zucchini. Cheese pairings include soft cheeses like burrata or semi-hard cheeses like manchego, gouda, and feta. It complements the salinity very well. And that about does it for a brief overview of our very delicious friend, Albariño. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun doing it. Please go ahead and like, subscribe, follow, thumbs up, or do whatever you do on whatever platform you're listening to this on. And go ahead and leave me a comment if there's something you would like to hear in the future. I'll see if I can make that happen. Until then, remember to eat well, drink better, and always have fun.